My child. He's not going to say your child. Why did you kill my child? Ezekiel 16, 20 and 21. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom thou hast borne unto me, and thou hast sacrificed unto them to be devoured. Is this of thy whoredoms a small matter, that thou hast slain my children, and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire for them? So when you send your children to Iran and Iraq and all these other parts of the world on their killing missions, and they get killed, well, you've got a problem if they kill people, but they get killed, it says here, you have slain my children. Sobering stuff, isn't it? I think so. So the Eternal is very interested in what you do to his children. I've had 3 children, and they didn't turn out to be thugs. My eldest son, I had 1 son, 2 daughters. My son died. It is imperative that you find out what your children are being taught in detail in your school. And don't stand for it. I never stood for stuff with my children. They wanted them to get vaccination. They threatened me with all. So I said, they're not going to get vaccinated. Simple as that. They didn't get vaccinated. I stood up for my children right up to the highest level. You have got to know what they're being taught and point out the lies to the children. You're a parent. Oh, you're busy earning a living. Wonderful. I was busy earning a living as well. But you see, your children are yours. You know, the biggest mistake you can make is to let somebody else look after your children because you're going out to quote work. They are your children. They need to have your values. Well, I hope you have some values. Some good values, of course. You know, the eternal God isn't going to ask you who is the best footballer in the world. He's not going to ask your children that either. He's not going to ask your child who won this or that medal at the Olympics, or who starred in this film or soap opera. He isn't. You know, Hebrews 9:27, and as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment. So we are going to have a judgment. And we are going to give an account of ourselves, I should say. Matthew 12:36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. Psalm 33:13, the Lord looketh from heaven, he beholdeth all the sons of men. Will the things that we did in the dark and secret places be overlooked? No, it says, he beholdeth all the sons of men. And Daniel 2:22, he revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. Psalm 44:21, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. There are many more scriptures. God knows what you intend to do, much less what you do. You know, the police might not come to assist you if you've been robbed, as I said just now. But if your child phones the police and says that you have hit them, I tell you something, they would be around like a shot. It happens all the time. You know, the various government ministers are supposedly throwing up their hands in despair as the violence escalates. They're saying, we don't know what to do. Well, they shouldn't be in government. In any other job, I can't be a painter and I'm going to do a job, and when I reach the person says, I want that painted white, you say, I don't know how to paint that white. You kick him out. Where are the political and religious leaders who should be setting us an example? The answer to that is, for the most part, they are busily setting us a wrong example. You know, they literally promote and condone violence, even at the same time as they are promoting serving God. What an abomination. Yesterday, well, this is now a few days back, I saw a very popular pastor related to Hillsongs Australia singing about being healed. He performs on the stage and he has all these medical gadgets. Sometimes he's in a wheelchair. Said he had cancer and people give him a lot of money to promote his good works. Now it transpires the pastor isn't sick at all. And this is what I cannot wrap my brain around. He said that he did this. It was a hoax in order to hide his addiction to pornography. Well, I really can't see the link. I honestly can't see the link. I see it as two distinct problems. What I do see is he is a liar, a hypocrite, and a pervert. He needs discipline. He obviously didn't have any before, and he will get some now. You have to obey God rather than man. Of course you have to use wisdom, but you do not have a choice. You always have to obey God. The bottom line is that the eternal God chastises us. He disciplines us. Much of sickness is discipline. Much of hardship is discipline. And states that if he didn't do so, we wouldn't be his children. So when we don't discipline our children, we are not actually regarding them as ours. We are not actually having their welfare at heart. Hebrews 12:8 to 12:10. If ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. You can read the rest of those verses. You know, the Bible doesn't tell us that the government or childminders should train our children. It tells us that we must do this. And why do we do it? So that it will benefit them in their later years. Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. Deuteronomy 8:1, all the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers. We must chasten our children. It's not a matter of choice. Because there is going to come a time when it's too late. Proverbs 19:18, chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. God is telling us a smack on the bottom is not going to kill the child, but it will help to sort his mind out. If you let them have their own way, your children, you are already in deep trouble. Look at the leaders of the countries. They're having their own way, and the world is now in trouble. Proverbs 22:15, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. You could see our leaders weren't chastised and corrected properly. Withhold not correction, Proverbs 23:13, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Proverbs 29:15, the rod and reproof give wisdom. That is why we got foolish leaders.